Hello, everyone, and welcome to Walt Buteau's Real Estate Channel. Please, if you like this content, hit the like button and, of course, subscribe. Let's build my subscription. I want to do that as quickly as possible. This week, I'm talking about what many people are talking about. Some call it the cost of moving, right? Leaving the house you've been in for a while. I want to talk about the cost of staying. And I want to make something very clear from the beginning. I am not saying that everybody who has been paying a mortgage for 30 years or however long now has complete equity in the property. I'm not saying everybody should move. In fact, if that house works for you, stay. I think that's a great idea. Most people probably can stay and want to stay. But I am suggesting that it's a pretty good idea to every so often sort of take an inventory about what the cost of staying is, not the cost of living, but the cost of staying. Think about what you're paying for property taxes. In a home, you might not be using all of the home. What are you paying for insurance? Again, you're insuring a bigger house. Do you really need to insure a bigger house? Heating and cooling, that bill is going to be a little higher. Landscaping, routine maintenance. And then I want you to look ahead 3 or 4 years. Take a look at your house. Take a look outside. Do I need to paint it in a few years? That's a big expense, believe me. Do I need a new roof? How old's the roof? How are the windows? Are the windows in good shape? How about the heating system? Is the heating system in good shape? All of that stuff comes into play when you talk about the cost of staying. And none of these things means you should move. They're simply part of the true cost that you might want to take a look at every so often. They don't appear on spreadsheets either. Some other costs I want to talk about. How about the cost of time? About maintaining the bigger house outside, cleaning the bigger house inside. Maybe you're paying somebody to clean it, but if you're cleaning it, you're spending more time. Or how about the fact that you've got a 2-story house, you don't really go upstairs as much. Most of your life is downstairs. That's why ranches are so popular right now. 1-floor condos are so popular right now. And again, none of these automatically means you need to downsize. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying the question I think every homeowner should occasionally ask is much simpler. Does this house fit my current lifestyle? Maybe the answer is an enthusiastic yes, which is great. And I get that. And I fully support that. But if it isn't, you might want to at least start looking at, what are the options out there? Is it a smaller house? Is it a 1-floor condo? Something that's closer to your family? Maybe it's an ADU. I know somebody, a client of mine, well, they were going to be a client. She was going to sell her house. She ends up, her dad ends up selling his house, and they put an ADU in their house in Warren. And that's how they solved that problem, which makes complete sense. Something, you might want something smaller, maybe even get something near the water, something you can lock the door on and travel for a few months. Those are all important costs as well. And you don't have to decide to sell your house before knowing those possibilities. In fact, I prefer doing it the other way around. I like to help people look at the possibilities first. I've worked with some downsizers for over a year while they looked at the possibilities out there. And in one of those cases, they just found a condo they want. We're under contract. But again, they were very deliberate. They took their time. And that way we can look at what your current home is worth and fully understand, if you sold it, I give you a price that I think you would get for it. What can you buy? Look at that ahead of time, because that way you'll know and you'll feel better about it. But again, this is not saying everybody needs to move. Baby boomers right now own about half of our property. I'm not saying everybody needs to sell or wants to sell. It's an individual sort of experience, an individual decision that you make by doing some research, by doing some thinking about, is this house right for me right now? What are the costs involved in this house? Is there a better option out there? 1 floor. Take some of this equity, buy that house, and have money left over. It's just an option. It's just a discussion, and I'd love to start that discussion with you. Or if maybe you have older parents, and maybe the children want to discuss that with me as well. I appreciate you listening to this episode on Walt Buteau's Real Estate Channel. If you have any questions, comments, anything, please put them here on YouTube or on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, have a great day.